So, good morning and welcome everybody who's joining us today on Facebook, on Instagram, on Zoom, LinkedIn. Thank you for joining. Just to let you know that I've started uploading a series of these meditations to my YouTube channel. So you can find that if you search on YouTube for Justin Caffrey. I think there's 12 or 13 there already. And I'll continue to upload them so that there's options to pick and choose. I just wanted to briefly explain a little bit about meditation over the long term for those of you who have been practicing with me. So some of you have been practicing quite a bit and have been on for a long time. Some of you may have meditated before and maybe got out of practice and are coming back to it again. And it's an important thing to remember in the context of what we call it. We call it a practice. And for the simple reason that you're never going to become an expert in real terms. So we're always open to the continuity of practice. So each time that anybody who practices, they improve a little bit, they get a little bit more insight. But one of the analogies that I use when I'm teaching is meditation is like being able to put on a crash helmet for life. So life as it is right now, when an event arrives or a difficult situation comes your way, it just hits you full on square in the head. It's like boom, punch in the head. So the event happens and you're knocked for six. So if you're trying to do something else at that moment and an event happens, so maybe it's a work issue and you're involved in something, and then somebody arrives in and they say, "Oh my God, this terrible thing has happened." You look up from your desk and it's like boom, the event metaphorically knocks you in the head. Through meditation and practice, we're not looking to change life. We're just looking to enhance our capacity to deal with life. So every time you meditate, it's like pumping up a little inflatable crash helmet. So every day that you meditate, you put a little bit of air in. So it's like, psh, 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 psh. And the more you meditate, the more you put air into your crash helmet. So now you have this invisible crash helmet as you navigate your way through your day. So the event still happens and it comes along and it goes, psh, but instead of hitting you full on the head, it hits the crash helmet. So you actually get to go, oh, that's not great. But you have a noticing and an awareness of it without getting immediately bowled over. So you can see it, you're aware of it, but you're also then able to drop into, well, what do I need to do next? So you may be deeply involved in whatever's in front of you right now. So you can actually say, well, okay, I'm going to come to that in a minute. So I'll put it down, I'll finish what I'm doing, and then I'll go there. So it doesn't change the way that life unfolds, because ultimately, really, what we're trying to teach ourselves or we're trying to understand is our capacity just to navigate life as it is, with the bumps and the rides and the humps and the difficult parts. But what it does do is it gives us the spaciousness to adapt to what goes wrong. So for those of you who are involved in practice now in these difficult times, if you can evolve this to be something that you take into life as we return back to whatever semblance of normality we have, you will find that it helps you in many other parts of your life as well. But it's a practice. So it means that every day, for me, that's waking up, showing up for myself, knowing that I have this practice that requires me to put in time and effort, but then knowing the benefits that I receive from it are significant. So I do the work. So my mantra in life is wake up, show up, do the work, repeat the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. So let's just get ourselves into a position where we are supporting the back, closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. I'll sound the bell to signify the start of our meditation. And again, I'll sound the bell to signify the end of our meditation. So, hello and welcome to this meditation. Just taking the time to adjust the body to prepare for a capacity to sit and be with ourselves for the next 20 minutes. We're just noticing the back, shoulders, just maybe adjusting slightly to get into that upright and attentive position. Meditation is about being upright but not uptight. So just adjusting ourselves so that we're attentive and awake. Maybe moving the hands to face the ceiling. If that feels okay. And if you're sitting, resting them on your legs, or you're lying down, just having them down by the sides of the body with the hands facing up. If you're lying down, you can just allow your feet to fall away from each other. Maybe now just connecting into the breath, just finding the capacity to take a notice of the breath and just breathing in the life and the energy. Just bringing some deeper breaths now to the body. It's just our capacity to gently awaken the nervous system to our desire for rest and recovery, our desire to bring the autonomic nervous system to the point of parasympathetic. So when you're ready, we'll just take in on the count of 5 a deep inhale, and we're going to fill up the lungs. And if you can, also consciously fill up the belly. Notice that you can bring the breath through the upper part of the body, and also you can fill the belly with the breath as well. Maybe just place your hand on your belly to notice, to see if you have that capacity to bring air into the belly. So when you're ready, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just letting the breath rest as it is. Just bringing in a sense of awareness to the whole body as it sits or lies here this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, whatever the time is for you. Just noticing the contact points of the body on the floor, the chair, or the bed, starting down at the feet and moving up through the legs, buttocks, back. Just to notice as I provide guidance for you that it's not my words or what I'm saying that's important. It's your awareness of what's here for you in the body, just the noticing of sensations and feelings. If at any time you want to leave the guidance, you can simply move to the breath. Wherever best you feel that breath, maybe it's the inhale through the nose and the exhale through the mouth, or the rise and fall of the belly through the inhale and the exhale. Now just bring in the awareness and the attention to the toes. Just dropping in and noticing the toes and the feet. Just seeing what's here. Some hot or cold feelings. No real sensation at all. Just noticing the toes and the feet. And moving to the underside of the feet, the balls, the arch, the heels. Sensing into what's here. Maybe it's a feeling of fabric on the feet, socks or floor or the cushions, or noticing the sensation in the inner side of the feet. These areas that have so many nerve endings, so many connections. And moving from the feet to the ankles and into the calves. Just noticing any tightness in these muscle groups in the calves. How do they feel right now? And remembering that we're not looking to cultivate a feeling, we're just bringing our awareness to what's here as we arrive in this moment. This is the opportunity to connect to the present moment awareness, just noticing what's here without trying to create a sensation, just noticing how we feel in this moment as we bring the awareness to the calves. And moving up to the knees, into the thighs. A lot of us doing extra exercises at home or walking or running where we can. Possibly just noticing how the legs feel as we arrive into the thighs, just bringing the legs as their entirety into our awareness. Maybe just seeing if there's any tightness or tension that sits here in the legs, and maybe, if possible, just bring the awareness to that tightness, that tension in the legs, maybe slight pain or maybe not. But if there is, just bring the awareness towards it. Just noticing the breath as you sit with the awareness in any area of tension. Just that capacity to breathe in, and notice that you breathe in that life, that energy. And as you breathe out, just bringing a sense of softening, of letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathing in that life and energy. Just breathing out that sense of letting go, softening, letting go, letting go. And now moving the awareness from the legs to the buttocks and to the hips. Just noticing what's here as you arrive. Any tightness or tension or holding. The mind will wander, and that's normal. That's what the mind will do. It will go off and plan and strive and worry and want to distract. That's okay. It's just bringing it back to this moment, to this present moment awareness, this focus on the hips and the buttocks as we sit here, knowing that we are cultivating the heart of the being mode, moving away from the need to be doing, just simply being. Maybe just making any micro adjustments now with the hips and the buttocks just to support the body. Now bring the awareness up to the belly, this area of immense wisdom and knowledge. From an Eastern perspective, it's considered to be the second brain, the instinct center. We often try and drown out our gut feelings in support of the supposed logic at times that the brain brings. But the instinct here is so much value if we're willing to listen. Just noticing this area, this abdomen, the belly, noticing what's here as you bring your awareness, attention. Maybe even feeling it from the inside out, just bringing a capacity to soften a little. Sometimes it's like checking in with an old friend and remembering, hmm, I'll try and listen to you a little bit more. I've been distant, caught inside my head. And moving the attention and awareness up into the chest, just noticing what's here, some tightness or tension, or maybe no real sensations at all, but just resting here in the chest and just seeing what's here. Just knowing that this practice is almost like bringing out a welcome mat to whatever arrives without judgment, just simply noticing what we have, what arrives, by how we feel, without looking to classify, just simply noticing, simply being. Now bringing the awareness up from the chest to the shoulders, noticing across the shoulders if there's tightness or pain or tension here in this area where we often hold so much of the troubles of our day and our week and our lives. Just bringing the breath, the air, and the oxygen in to this point of the body, just noticing what's here. Sensing into our capacity to soften this area, to let go a little bit. Just bringing in the air as we breathe in the air, the life. As we breathe out, just the softening, letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathing in the air and the oxygen, the life force. Breathing out, softening, letting go, letting go, letting go. Maybe just bringing a capacity to just allow the shoulders to droop, drop a little, just melting of ice to water. Using the breath, coming in and breathing out, just that melting, that dropping a little bit of the shoulders, ice to water. And then just lifting a bit more of the weight by just bringing water to gas, just evaporation, just allowing the weight to lift a little bit. water to gas, breathing out, letting go, letting go, letting go. Maybe just now widening the awareness to bring the whole of the body back into your awareness right now. Maybe just noticing your capacity to make that deeper connection to yourself as you sit here or lie here. Knowing that this practice truly brings a sense of our capacity to do less, but actually accomplish more. By doing less in this short practice, we accomplish more from a nourishing perspective for the body and the mind than we can trying to strive for all the rest of the things that we use throughout the day to hopefully make us feel better. The capacity to fill that hole in the heart rests within the heart, within the mind, within your own ability to just sit, protect yourself from the storm, take a shelter. When we can't go outside, we're always welcome to come inside. So now just noticing the contact points again of the body, the support being offered by the chair or the floor. Just wiggling the fingers and the toes. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for taking the time to be here with yourself and as a group. And thank you for taking the time for sitting with me. Wish you happiness and vitality in the day ahead. Thanks, everybody. I have to apologize to the Facebook people. I'll post this video on my Facebook page because I actually signed into Beatrice's live instead of mine. So people are probably thinking, where am I today? Has he slept in? Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Bex. Thanks, Sandra, David, Lisa, Beth, Trace, Christina, Connor, Carol. Thanks, Ken. So yeah, everybody, good day ahead. The sun is shining again, which is great. Really beautiful weather yesterday as well. Yeah, same here, Alison. It's so nice. Yesterday afternoon, it was nice to get outside for a run today. So take care, everybody. Back tomorrow again at 7:30. Thanks, everybody on Zoom.